Hello, everybody. We're doing some videos here to help out with our math with business applications courses, and in turn to help with some of our related business courses. We're going to have three sections here. We're going to break them down into several videos. The first two sections are going to deal with merchandising, and the third section is going to deal with investment. So in the merchandising section, we're going to be split into two different categories. There are three players here, basically that happen in merchandising. And of course, we have a supplier. This can be a manufacturer that actually creates the goods or an importer that brings them in from another country. We're just going to put them under the general category of supplier. And that supplier, in turn, then gets the merchandise distributed, gives them to the distributor, sells them to, is called a distributor. Now, we use the generic term distributor here because it could actually take several levels here. It could go to distributor and then down to a retailer. But for our purposes, that's all going to be considered one category. To the distributor, the retailer, it goes from the supplier, the producer, basically, and then they're the link between the producer and the consumer. So the consumer is the final person who's actually going to take and use those goods. So our first little section here, we're going to focus on the link between supplier and distributor. So we're going to have a few videos on that. So those are going to come up. That's going to be our video. We're going to talk about trade discounts, invoices and discount periods, credit periods and freight. And we're going to talk then about invoice modifiers and partial payments. Second section then is going to be distributor to consumer, which will deal with our markups, markdowns, and dealing with perishable goods. So that's just our little summary of our first couple sections. The third section is going to deal with investment. Again, broken down into several videos. Simple interest, compound interest, annuities, investment, retirement investments, all sorts of variations with that. So that's our summary of what we're doing in these videos. So we'll be back with the first video in our series dealing with supplier to distributor.